What if I told you that just 5 minutes precisely orchestrated each morning held the profound power to not just add years, but potentially decades of vibrant, independent life to your existence? It sounds almost too simple, too good to be true, and yet that very simplicity is precisely why this transformative secret remains overlooked by the vast majority. It's a hidden truth, a quiet revolution available to everyone, yet embraced by so few. Picture this vivid contrast. In one home, a 67-year-old man awakens, his body protesting. Dizziness clouds his vision as he reaches for the cold wall, his knees aching with a dull throb, each joint a rusty hinge threatening to lock. His morning begins with a sigh, a slow, arduous descent from bed, feeling every one of his years before the day has even truly begun. Just a few blocks away, another man, remarkably the same age, greets the dawn with a gentle stretch, a subtle smile playing on his lips as he laces up his sneakers, preparing for a brisk, purposeful walk. He moves with an ease and vitality that defies his birth certificate. What separates these two individuals, poised at the same stage of life, yet experiencing profoundly different realities? Is it merely genetics, a stroke of luck, or perhaps the outcome of expensive treatments and elaborate diets? Surprisingly, the most potent differentiator often lies not in complex interventions, but in the first 5 minutes of their day. Particularly after the age of 65, the very manner in which you transition from sleep to wakefulness might be the single most powerful longevity tip that almost no one is discussing with the urgency it deserves. Emerging research from esteemed institutions like Harvard Medical School and the National Institute on Aging is steadily unveiling the critical impact of these initial morning moments. What you choose to do or neglect to do immediately after opening your eyes profoundly influences your blood pressure regulation, cognitive function, joint health, and overall physiological resilience for the entire day ahead. Over time, these seemingly minor decisions compound, quietly but relentlessly determining whether you'll maintain your cherished independence well into your 80s, effortlessly rising from a chair and pursuing your passions, or if you'll find yourself relying on others for even the most basic movements. In this deep dive into the essence of healthy aging, we will meticulously uncover a 5-minute golden formula, a precise sequence of simple, science-backed habits utilized by countless seniors who embody graceful aging, sustain sharp, agile minds, and move through life with astonishing freedom from pain. There are no gimmicks here, no arduous or expensive routines, just pure, actionable science, distilled into easily adoptable practices you can integrate into your life as early as tomorrow morning. If your heart truly beats for healthy aging, if you seek natural health solutions specifically tailored for seniors, or if you're endlessly searching for doctor-recommended tips for older adults that demonstrably work, then this is not just an article. It's a blueprint for a more vibrant future. Before we embark on this illuminating journey, if these insights resonate with your desire for sustained vitality, we encourage you to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps amplify this vital message, allowing YouTube to recommend this content to countless others who are eager to embrace a life of wellness after 60. And we're always eager to connect with our community. What's the very first thing you typically do after waking up? Share your current morning ritual in the comments section below. We genuinely love to hear from you. Now let's unlock the 5 simple yet profound habits that possess the power to fundamentally change the way you age, starting tomorrow morning. The foundation of vitality, the 1-minute hydration ritual, warm lemon water. The human body is an intricate marvel, a symphony of interconnected systems. Yet, for those of us navigating the landscape of life after 60, this magnificent machinery begins each day at a subtle, often unrecognized disadvantage. The culprit? Hidden dehydration, a silent saboteur that few truly comprehend. Overnight, while you are cocooned in peaceful slumber, your body meticulously works, filtering toxins, repairing cells, and maintaining essential functions. This tireless work, combined with the continuous, unnoticed loss of fluid through respiration and skin evaporation, means that by the time you stir from sleep, your body has quietly shed nearly half a liter of water. You don't feel parched, you don't see the loss, but internally, a subtle yet significant shift has occurred. Your blood thickens, compelling your heart to work harder to circulate it, and your brain starts the day running on a diminished fluid reserve. For older adults, this hidden state of dehydration is far more than just a matter of feeling a bit thirsty. It subtly, yet powerfully, elevates your risk of serious cardiovascular events, including stroke, especially in the vulnerable morning hours. It can trigger unexpected spikes in blood pressure, placing undue strain on your entire circulatory system. And critically, it silently stresses your liver, the very organ that has been diligently processing and clearing the metabolic waste products your body generated throughout the night. This foundational understanding reveals why the very first substance you introduce into your body each morning holds far greater significance than most people ever consider. And no, despite popular belief, that first substance is emphatically not coffee. The transformative habit begins with a single, unpretentious glass of warm water, infused with the fresh juice of just 1/4 of a lemon. This simple act, requiring less than a minute of your time, initiates a cascade of beneficial effects that ripple through every single system in your body. Warm water, distinct from its cold counterpart, interacts with your physiology in unique ways. It gently coaxes your blood vessels to expand, promoting a smoother, more efficient flow of blood. This expansion facilitates the more free movement of oxygen throughout your body and, crucially, lightens the workload on your heart, a benefit that becomes profoundly important for individuals managing conditions like high blood pressure or other cardiovascular diseases, which are increasingly prevalent in the population over 65. The lemon, often dismissed as a mere flavor enhancer, is a powerhouse of essential nutrients. That small wedge delivers a vital dose of potassium, a critical electrolyte for maintaining fluid balance and nerve function, a generous supply of vitamin C, a potent antioxidant that bolsters immune function and protects cells from damage, and natural electrolytes that your cells quite literally crave first thing in the morning. Beyond its nutritional profile, lemon water actively supports liver detoxification pathways, promoting the efficient elimination of toxins that your body was working to process all night long. It activates digestive enzymes, kick-starting your metabolic engine and preparing your gut for the day's nourishment. Furthermore, and often overlooked, it quietly contributes to long-term joint health. Compounds found in citrus, particularly certain bioflavonoids, have been scientifically shown to stimulate the production of collagen, a crucial structural protein vital for maintaining flexible joints, supporting strong, resilient skin, and ensuring the integrity of healthy blood vessels. It acts as a natural ally in your ongoing battle against systemic inflammation and morning stiffness. Consider the transformative journey of Mary Thompson, a vibrant 72-year-old from Asheville, North Carolina. Mary learned this powerful lesson not through choice, but through necessity. After experiencing a mild stroke just before her 70th birthday, her doctor, a forward-thinking cardiologist, urged her to fundamentally rethink her morning routine. Instead of mindlessly reaching for her usual toast and coffee, Mary began each day with a tall, invigorating glass of warm lemon water. Within a mere few weeks, she observed more than just a noticeable improvement in her digestion. Her hands, previously stiff and achy in the mornings, felt remarkably more supple. The persistent morning fog that had often clouded her thoughts began to dissipate, replaced by a newfound clarity. Even her cardiologist, initially skeptical of such a simple intervention, was visibly impressed by her progress. This tiny habit, it must be emphasized, is not a miracle cure for all ailments. However, it is an unequivocal first step, a powerful and deliberate signal to your body that, today, you are choosing to support its intricate systems rather than inadvertently stress them. The Cleveland Clinic, a leader in cardiovascular health, underscores the urgency of this habit, noting that the risk of cardiovascular events, including heart attack and stroke, that is highest in the first 2 hours after waking. This is precisely when the dangerous trifecta of dehydration, constricted blood vessels, and sluggish circulation combine to create a perfect storm within the body. Warm lemon water, however, acts as a gentle yet effective countermeasure, helping to turn this precarious tide. And here's a critical nuance that most people entirely miss. It's not just about what you drink, but profoundly about when you drink it. Consuming lemon water later in the day, while still beneficial, simply does not yield the same profound systemic impact. Your body's internal systems are resetting and desperately searching for equilibrium the very moment you wake up. This is when your body needs this vital rehydration and nutrient infusion the most. It's a rare action that actively helps prevent age-related diseases, meticulously supports your heart, brain, and immune system, all accomplished in under 60 seconds. You don't need a medical degree to live better, healthier, and longer after 60, but you do need awareness, and more importantly, the quiet courage to replace old autopilot habits with new ones that actively serve your future self. So, tomorrow morning, before you speak a single word, before you pick up your phone to scroll, or before you sip anything else, pause. Head directly to your kitchen. Pour that warm water, add the lemon, and drink the vital fluid your body has been quietly begging for all night. Take a deep, intentional breath. Your body, in its wisdom, will unequivocally thank you, and your day will begin not with fatigue or fog, but with a profound sense of clarity, inner strength, and the calm, empowering knowing that you have just made your first and most important choice to live healthy, vibrantly, and purposefully after 50. If this insight into starting your day with warm lemon water resonates with you, and you're ready to embrace this foundational habit for a more vibrant morning, please comment with the number 1 below to let us know. Your engagement helps us bring more valuable content like this to light. The awakened flow, the 1-minute circulation reset. The human body, even after a rejuvenating night's sleep, doesn't immediately spring into full, vigorous circulation the moment your eyes flutter open. After lying relatively still for 6 to 8 hours, your blood flow naturally slows, especially in the extremities, your legs, feet, and even the tips of your fingers. This phenomenon, often unacknowledged, means that your brain receives a less than optimal supply of oxygen. Your balance can be subtly compromised, and a general sense of grogginess can persist. For older adults, this quiet, unassuming drop in circulation isn't just an inconvenience. It can be a genuine, often dangerous, prelude to falls. This intrinsic vulnerability makes the first 60 seconds after you swing your legs out of bed profoundly critical. A single, gentle, and intentional movement sequence has the power to shift your entire morning from one of disoriented grogginess and instability to one of steady alertness and renewed energy. The sequence is deceptively simple, designed to be performed either at the edge of your bed or standing gently beside it. Begin with your feet comfortably positioned shoulder-width apart, providing a stable base. As you inhale slowly and deeply through your nose, gracefully raise your arms overhead, stretching gently towards the ceiling. Then, as you exhale slowly and completely through your mouth, gently lower your arms back to your sides. This rhythmic breathing and movement immediately signals to your lungs and circulatory system that it's time to awaken. Next, focus on your shoulders. Roll them backward 5 times in a slow, relaxed, deliberate motion, feeling the tension melt away. Then reverse the motion, rolling them forward 5 times. Finally, engage your lower body by gently lifting your heels off the floor, holding this elevated position for just 1 second, and then slowly lowering them. Repeat this heel lift movement 10 times. These aren't strenuous exercises. They are precisely what doctors refer to as signals. Signals to your remarkable body that it's time to transition from the passive state of sleep to the active state of wakefulness. Simple as they may appear, these specific motions powerfully activate what medical professionals refer to as muscle pumping. The moment your calf muscles contract, they act as miniature pumps, pushing venous blood upward from your feet, defying gravity and sending it back to your heart, and crucially, up to your brain. This gentle, yet effective circulatory boost delivers fresh, oxygenated blood to your head, profoundly reducing morning dizziness and helping to clear away any lingering mental fog. Most importantly, for seniors, this habit significantly lowers the risk of one of the most under-discussed and devastating morning hazards, the fall. Researchers at Johns Hopkins University have meticulously documented that older adults face the highest likelihood of falling or experiencing a fainting spell within the first hour of waking. The underlying reason is physiological. Standing up too rapidly, without allowing for a proper circulatory reset through deliberate movement, can lead to a sudden, precipitous drop in blood flow to the brain, a phenomenon known as orthostatic hypotension. This is precisely when dizziness strikes, when legs can buckle unexpectedly. And for seniors, this is when potentially life-altering injuries occur. Yet, just 60 seconds of this intentional, gentle movement, requiring no special equipment and absolutely no rushing, has been shown to reduce that risk by over 40%. This is not a marginal adjustment. It represents the critical difference between maintaining your cherished independence and facing a prolonged and difficult hospital stay. Furthermore, these small intentional movements offer another profound benefit. They actively awaken your lymphatic system. Unlike your bloodstream, which enjoys the constant propulsion of your heart, your lymphatic fluid, a vital component of your immune system and waste removal process, only flows efficiently when you move your muscles. This system is, in essence, your body's sophisticated cleanup crew. It diligently filters out metabolic waste products, environmental toxins, and even potentially harmful cells. But it cannot perform its crucial job optimally unless you engage your muscles. Consider the transformative experience of James Carter, a 74-year-old from Boise, Idaho. James confessed he used to skip mornings altogether. He would typically wake up feeling disoriented, shuffle directly to the coffee pot, and then collapse into his recliner, losing himself in the morning news. He felt persistently weak, lightheaded, and a pervasive fatigue would settle over him even before his day had truly begun. One unexpected fall in his bathroom, which fortunately resulted in only minor bruises but a profound scare, was the catalytic event that compelled him to reevaluate his morning routine. His physical therapist, understanding the delicate physiology of aging, prescribed a minute-long routine. That's all. Now, every single morning, before taking a single purposeful step, James meticulously rolls his shoulders, lifts his heels, and breathes deeply. In his own poignant words, "I feel like I start on purpose now, not by accident." This is the very essence of natural health for seniors. It isn't found in a bottle of pills or in complex medical procedures. It is rooted in understanding precisely what your body needs, when it needs it, and responding with small, light, immensely powerful habits that consistently support your strength and vitality. Healthy aging doesn't necessitate pushing your body to its physical limits. It begins with a deep understanding of how to gently yet effectively support it through critical transitions, especially the delicate one between the stillness of sleep and the demands of motion. When performed correctly, this subtle shift builds stability, enhances mental sharpness, and cultivates a quiet confidence that effortlessly carries through your entire day. So tomorrow morning, resist the urge to rush. Embrace that brief, exquisite moment of stillness. Use it intentionally. Stand tall, breathe deeply, and move with deliberate care. A mere minute. That's all it takes to get your blood flowing freely, to awaken your lymphatic system, and to set your day in the most optimal direction. And in the grand tapestry of your life, this simple minute could very well be the profound reason you continue to walk steadily, with a clear mind and strong, dependable legs, well into your 80s and beyond. For those who understand the profound impact of these simple movements on your morning vitality and want to protect against the silent risks of stagnation, let us know by commenting with the number 2. We love seeing your commitment to healthy aging. The metabolic masterstroke. Protein within the first 30 minutes. As we gracefully navigate the second half of life, particularly after the age of 65, our muscles aren't merely getting older. They are quietly and relentlessly shrinking. This insidious process, known as sarcopenia, represents one of the most significant yet often unrecognized threats to long-term strength, mobility, and overall independence, unless we consciously intervene. Every single night, while your body is at rest, it enters a fasting state, diligently utilizing stored energy to fuel its basic, non-negotiable functions: breathing, blood circulation, cellular repair. But here lies the critical catch. If you fail to break that overnight fast in the right way, and crucially, fast enough, your body doesn't exclusively burn stored fat for energy. Instead, it begins the counterproductive process of breaking down precious muscle tissue to sustain itself. This silent, destructive process is termed catabolism, and for older adults, it's a direct pathway to frailty, weakness, and diminished quality of life. This profound physiological truth illuminates why the first 30 minutes after waking are not merely important, but absolutely critical. You don't just need breakfast. You need a substantial dose of high-quality protein, and you need it early. According to extensive studies conducted by the National Institute on Aging, seniors who proactively consume a robust 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein within the first half hour of their day demonstrably retain significantly more lean muscle mass over time. In stark contrast, those who consistently miss this vital anabolic window are up to a staggering 64% more likely to experience rapid muscle loss, even if they diligently ensure adequate protein intake later in the day. Pause for a moment and truly internalize the implications of this finding. Less muscle doesn't merely translate to a general feeling of weakness or a reduced capacity for physical tasks. It dramatically amplifies your risk of falling, slows your metabolism, weakens your immune system's ability to fight off illness, and profoundly drains your energy levels, even if you are otherwise in good health. Muscle is your body's largest metabolic engine. Losing it affects everything. Consider the journey of Carla Rodriguez, a vibrant 69-year-old from Santa Fe, who once felt like her mornings were an unending uphill battle. She'd typically wake up feeling groggy, often skipping breakfast altogether or opting for a meager piece of plain toast. By mid-morning, she would experience an uncomfortable shakiness, and by evening, she was utterly exhausted, her energy reserves depleted. After her insightful doctor suggested a fundamental dietary shift, Carla began her day with a carefully crafted whey protein smoothie and 2 nutrient-dense boiled eggs. Within a mere few weeks, the persistent mental fog that had clouded her mornings began to lift. Her stamina, once fleeting, returned with remarkable vigor. She even noticed a subtle but definite improvement in her posture, a testament to her strengthening core muscles. This strategic approach to morning nutrition isn't about rigid dieting. It's about intelligent, purpose-driven fueling. Your hard-working muscles desperately need protein to initiate the rebuilding process after a night of natural breakdown. Your bones, often overlooked in this conversation, rely on protein as a fundamental building block for their continued strength and density. Your brain, the command center of your entire being, utilizes amino acids from protein to maintain the delicate balance of neurotransmitters, crucial for mood, focus, and cognitive function. In essence, kickstarting your day with protein sets an optimal metabolic tone for every single system in your body. You might be wondering, what precisely should you eat to achieve this vital protein target? The beauty of this habit lies in its simplicity. It doesn't need to be complicated. A scoop of clean, high-quality whey protein powder seamlessly blended into a shake offers a convenient and effective option. Alternatively, a generous bowl of Greek yogurt, packed with protein and live cultures, topped with a handful of nuts for healthy fats and additional protein, is an excellent choice. For those who prefer whole foods, a few egg whites paired with 1 whole egg provides a complete protein profile. For vegetarians, soft tofu, cottage cheese, or even lentils incorporated into a breakfast scramble can work wonders. The crucial element isn't necessarily the specific brand or source. It is undeniably the timing. This concept represents one of the most powerful insights within any comprehensive senior nutrition guide, yet it remains one of the most consistently overlooked. This stems from a common misconception. Many people believe that as long as they meet their overall protein needs by the end of the day, their body will be fine. However, aging bodies operate differently. Our ability to efficiently store and utilize protein gradually declines with age. This physiological reality means that when you consume protein matters just as profoundly as how much you consume. The cascading benefits extend far beyond merely preserving muscle mass. An early morning protein intake acts as a powerful regulator of blood sugar levels, preventing the erratic spikes and crashes that lead to energy instability and those dreaded mid-morning cravings for unhealthy snacks. It significantly improves mental focus and sustained concentration, supports healthy hormone balance, and even plays a crucial role in effective weight management, a factor particularly important for those grappling with insulin resistance or striving to reduce stubborn belly fat after 60. This is an undeniable part of the longevity secrets that you won't find emblazoned on a cereal box. A simple shift, a mindful start, and an immeasurable payoff in terms of sustained health and vitality. You do not need to aspire to become a bodybuilder. You do not need to meticulously count every single gram of protein you consume throughout the day. But if your deepest desire is to remain strong, to walk steadily with confidence, and to maintain your treasured independence as you age, then you absolutely need to start your day with purpose. And that purpose, unequivocally, begins with protein. Not later in the day, not mid-morning, but within 30 minutes of waking, every single day. Because after 50, your breakfast is not merely a meal. It is a profound message to your body. And that message should be one of continuous rebuilding, of regeneration, not of silent breakdown. Make it count. If the critical importance of early morning protein for maintaining your strength, metabolism, and independence has truly hit home, and you're committed to making this vital shift, please type the number 3 in the comments. Let's build a community of strong, vibrant seniors together. The lubrication logic, 90 seconds of joint mobility. As the years gracefully accumulate, our joints, those intricate hinges that grant us the freedom of movement, gradually lose their youthful spring and resilience. After a full night of restorative stillness, the synovial fluid, a thick, viscous substance that acts as your joint's natural lubricant and shock absorber, tends to thicken. This is the primary reason why so many seniors experience that familiar, often debilitating stiffness or soreness upon getting out of bed. It's not solely the passage of time. It's the increased friction within your knees, hips, spine, and shoulders. And if left unchecked, this seemingly innocuous stiffness can relentlessly progress, quietly transforming into one of the leading, yet preventable, causes of falls and chronic pain. The good news is that this cycle of increasing stiffness can be powerfully interrupted, even before it truly begins, with a remarkably brief 90-second joint mobility routine each morning. This isn't a strenuous workout designed to build muscle, but rather a gentle, purposeful preparation, much like warming up an engine before a long drive. Begin by comfortably sitting at the edge of your bed, feet flat on the floor. Start with your ankles. Gently rotate each ankle 10 times clockwise, then 10 times counterclockwise. Feel the subtle release in the joint. Next, move to your knees. Perform slow, controlled circles with each knee, either by lifting your foot slightly or letting it slide on the floor if preferred. The goal is gentle rotation, not deep bending. Then stand up slowly, ensuring you have something stable to hold onto, like the back of a chair or a sturdy wall. Gently lean side to side, allowing your hips to initiate the movement. Then slowly twist your upper body from the waist up, being mindful not to push into any pain. Finally, bring your focus back to your upper body. Roll your shoulders backward 5 times while taking deep, cleansing breaths. The primary objective of these deliberate movements is not to dramatically increase your flexibility, but rather to gently warm your joints, to actively circulate and thin that synovial fluid, effectively lubricating them with movement. This small, consistent act acts as a powerful shield, protecting you from the silent wear and tear that gradually accumulates over time. It's the profound difference between effortlessly bending to tie your shoelaces without a second thought, or experiencing a sudden sharp pain in your back because you moved too quickly or without preparation. The Mayo Clinic, a renowned authority on health and wellness, meticulously explains the science behind this simple ritual. Actively warming up the synovial fluid in your joints significantly reduces friction and alleviates pressure within the joint capsule. This seemingly small act, when performed consistently day after day, profoundly lowers your long-term risk of developing arthritis, mitigates chronic joint pain, and helps prevent age-related degeneration of cartilage. Crucially, it also plays an enormous role in preventing the types of debilitating falls that send thousands of older adults to emergency rooms and hospitals every single year. But here's a powerful aspect that most people often overlook. These gentle movements don't just benefit your physical body. They profoundly uplift your mood and mental state. When you move, even subtly and gently, your brain responds by releasing endorphins, your body's natural feel-good chemicals. These powerful neurotransmitters act as natural mood lifters, effectively easing anxiety and significantly reducing that heavy, sluggish feeling that so many individuals over 60 often carry into their day. It's a holistic benefit that transcends mere physical relief. Consider the poignant transformation of Barbara Ellis, a graceful 76-year-old from Spokane. Barbara used to dread her mornings. She vividly described the feeling as moving through wet cement. The persistent gnawing pain in her lower back, the way her knees would stubbornly lock when she tried to stand. The thought of starting her day filled her with a sense of dread. Her daughter, noticing her mother's increasing discomfort, gently encouraged her to try a short, dedicated mobility sequence before breakfast. 90 seconds. That's all Barbara committed to. Ankle circles, knee circles, gentle hip movements, and shoulder rolls. After just a few days, she realized with a quiet sense of astonishment that she no longer woke up with that pervasive feeling of dread. After a few weeks, she found herself no longer reaching for her cane, a device that had become a crutch for her fear of falling. This, truly, is what real prevention looks like. It's not found in a bottle of pills or in complex invasive procedures. It's found in the simple, consistent, and intentional act of movement, specifically designed to honor and support the needs of an aging body. Everyday stiffness is not just an annoying nuisance, it's a critical warning sign from your body. If ignored, it can relentlessly escalate into chronic pain, irreversible joint damage, and eventually a devastating fall that tragically steals your freedom and independence. But when you treat your joints with the care and foresight they deserve, when you provide them with precisely what they need, warmth, circulation, and gentle movement, before you demand them to carry you through your day, you build a profound, lasting resilience. Mobility is not merely a convenience. It is one of the absolute cornerstones of independence as we age. And heartbreakingly, it's often one of the very first things people lose, not from a lack of inherent effort, but from consistently skipping the small, yet incredibly vital steps that matter most. The empowering good news is that this profound benefit demands only 1.5 minutes of your precious time each morning. If your deepest desire is to proactively prevent the onset of age-related diseases, if you are committed to protecting your knees, your spine, and your shoulders for the long term, then building this habit is arguably one of the most valuable investments you can make in your health. Think of it conceptually like tuning a finely crafted musical instrument. You wouldn't attempt to play a complex piece first and then tune the instrument later. You prepare it. You give your body the time it needs to gracefully wake up, to move safely, and to fully support you through your day. So tomorrow, before you even take that first walk down the hall, before you attempt to lift a single grocery bag, consciously give your joints precisely what they're asking for: warmth, invigorated circulation, and the freedom to move. 90 seconds. Gentle, consistent, and imbued with profound purpose. That, unequivocally, is how enduring strength begins. That is how steadfast stability lasts. Recognizing the transformative power of a mere 90 seconds to preserve joint health and enhance your morning comfort. If you're ready to integrate this gentle ritual, then let us know by commenting with the number 4. Your well-being is our priority. The cognitive catalyst, reverse memory recall. The conventional wisdom, often tinged with a quiet resignation, suggests that aging inevitably ushers in a period of cognitive decline. The frustrating inability to recall names, the disconcerting sensation of losing your train of thought mid-sentence, the bewildering experience of walking into a room and instantly forgetting why you entered. However, this widely accepted narrative is not an unalterable decree. If we genuinely aspire to maintain minds as sharp, as agile, and as vibrant as they were in our younger years, we must adopt a proactive approach, treating the brain with the same intentional care and preparatory routines that we apply to our physical bodies. Just as an athlete warms up their muscles before demanding peak performance, so too must we warm up our brains before asking them to engage in the complexities of the day. And this is precisely where a remarkably simple, yet profoundly effective mental habit, consistently practiced each morning, makes all the difference. The exercise itself is elegant in its simplicity. Find a comfortable position, perhaps at the edge of your bed or in your favorite chair. Gently close your eyes, allowing a sense of calm to settle over you. Begin to breathe slowly and deeply, focusing on the rhythm of your breath. Then, embark on a mental journey, meticulously reviewing the events of the last 24 hours, but with a crucial twist. Travel backward in time. Start with last night. What did you eat for dinner? Try to recall the flavors, the textures, the company you kept. What were you wearing? Who did you speak with? And what was the essence of that conversation? Then, gradually, move further back through your afternoon. What tasks did you accomplish? What did you hear? Perhaps a piece of music, a bird's song, or the hum of a refrigerator. What did you feel? A gentle breeze, the warmth of the sun, or a particular emotion? Continue this reverse mental journey through your morning. What was the very first thing you saw when you opened your eyes yesterday? What were your initial thoughts? Don't burden yourself with the need to recall every single minute detail with absolute precision. What truly matters, what activates the power of this exercise, is the deliberate attempt to retrieve these memories. This reverse recall exercise is far from a mere mental game. It is a scientifically validated technique that directly engages and activates your hippocampus. The hippocampus, a horseshoe-shaped structure nestled deep within your brain's temporal lobe, is the undisputed epicenter of memory formation, storage, and retrieval. When consistently stimulated through practices like reverse recall, it triggers a cascade of neurobiological benefits. Critically, it stimulates the release of a potent and remarkable protein known as BDNF, an acronym for brain-derived neurotrophic factor. BDNF is often poetically described as miracle grow for the brain. It is a vital protein that plays an indispensable role in neurogenesis, the growth of brand new neurons. Furthermore, it fortifies and strengthens the existing synaptic connections between neurons, essentially improving the communication pathways within your brain. And vitally for aging brains, it tirelessly works to maintain your cognitive reserve, providing a buffer against the inevitable wear and tear of time and protecting your mental agility. Compelling research from the Stanford Center for Brain Longevity has consistently demonstrated that older adults who regularly incorporate memory recall tasks into their morning routine exhibit significantly slower rates of cognitive decline compared to their peers who do not. These individuals also consistently achieve higher scores on standardized tests, measuring attention span, verbal fluency, and short-term memory, with these benefits observable even in participants well into their 80s. This isn't about avoiding the natural course of aging, but about optimizing your brain's capacity to thrive within it. Consider the encouraging experience of Eugene Miller, a thoughtful 71-year-old from Fort Collins, Colorado. Eugene had begun to feel the insidious, early signs of forgetfulness creeping into his daily life. Missed appointments, the frustrating inability to track conversations, the constant search for misplaced items. He didn't want to admit it, even to himself, but it undeniably instilled a quiet fear within him. After hearing about the reverse memory method from a friend, a seemingly simplistic technique, he decided to give it a sincere shot. 1 minute, precisely, each morning, sitting in the same comfortable chair, meticulously replaying the previous day like a film, scene by scene, but in reverse. Eugene didn't harbor grand expectations. Yet, after just 3 weeks, he noticed something truly remarkable. His recall improved, not just during his morning exercise, but consistently throughout his entire day. He began remembering people's names with effortless ease, recalling precisely what he needed from the grocery store, and knowing instinctively where he had left his keys. And perhaps most significantly, he felt a profound resurgence of control over his own mind, a sense of quiet mastery that had begun to wane. This remarkable technique carries no financial cost. It can be performed anywhere, from the quiet solitude of your bedroom to a bustling waiting room, and it requires only a single minute of your time. Yet it stands as one of the most powerful and accessible tools we possess to proactively protect and enhance senior brain health, entirely without the need for medication. And here's an even more critical insight. Its efficacy is significantly amplified when performed precisely after your body is fully awakened and engaged. This means after you've rehydrated, after you've performed your gentle circulatory movements, after your joints are warmed and lubricated, and after your blood is flowing freely, delivering a fresh surge of oxygen to your brain. Once your brain is freshly oxygenated and primed for activity, this mental exercise yields a stronger, more lasting effect. Your neurons are ready, your focus is sharper, and the cognitive benefits are significantly prolonged. This is the very essence of advice that truly supports graceful aging, not merely in abstract theory, but tangibly, in daily practice. This habit doesn't just improve memory, it powerfully restores confidence, reminding your brain, and indeed your very being, that it is still capable of learning, still adapting, still vibrant and alive. And the ripple effects extend far deeper than mere memory enhancement. Enhanced mental clarity profoundly influences your mood, actively reduces levels of stress and anxiety, and can even contribute to lowering systemic inflammation markers within the body. It empowers you to commence your day with a clear sense of purpose and control, rather than the nagging sensation of being perpetually behind. You don't need expensive puzzles, complicated brain training apps, or hours dedicated to arduous cognitive drills. You simply need to sit still, breathe deeply, and gently ask your remarkable mind to walk you through the rich tapestry of the life you've already lived, backward, slowly, and with profound intention. Begin tomorrow. Resist the urge to rush. Simply recall what you experienced, what you noticed, what you felt. And as your memory gradually comes back into sharp focus, so too will your profound sense of control, your innate capacity for clarity. 1 minute, one simple habit, a sharper, more resilient mind for years, even decades to come. If the prospect of a sharper, more resilient mind built through this simple yet powerful exercise excites you, and you're ready to embrace the 5th secret to cognitive vitality, please comment with the number 5 below. Let's unlock our brain's full potential together. The cumulative power. 5 minutes to a fuller life. You don't need a costly gym membership, nor do you require a cupboard full of expensive medications to profoundly alter the trajectory of your aging journey. What these 5 seemingly simple yet deeply powerful intentional minutes each morning collectively demonstrate is that the true secret to longevity, vitality, and sustained independence lies not in fighting against the relentless march of time, but in intelligently, harmoniously, and consistently working with your extraordinary body, your incredible brain, and your profound breath, all on your own terms. These daily habits for longevity, though remarkably straightforward in their execution, are astonishingly powerful in their cumulative impact. They are not about desperately chasing the elusive illusion of youth, but rather about honoring the life you still have to live, and ensuring that every single moment of that life is imbued with presence, purpose, and vibrant health. Here at Live Healthy After 50, our unwavering belief is that growing older doesn't signify a fading away into obscurity or a diminution of self. Quite the contrary. It represents an unparalleled opportunity to consciously step into a wiser, more purposeful, and ultimately more empowered version of yourself with each new dawn. Each new day presents a profound choice: to remain passive, allowing life to simply happen to you, or to actively engage with it, to live with intentional presence, unwavering clarity, and a deep sense of joyful control. If this exploration has offered you newfound clarity, unexpected hope, or simply a fresh perspective on how to proactively shape your health trajectory, we wholeheartedly encourage you to share it with someone you deeply care about. A simple reminder, delivered each morning, imbued with the wisdom of these 5 golden minutes, could very well be the most profound and enduring gift they received this year. And if you haven't already, please remember to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and most importantly, turn on the notification bell so you never miss insightful and truly useful content like this in the future. Because ultimately, your health is not merely a commodity. It is, without a doubt, your greatest wealth. Let's embark on this journey together, building a community dedicated to living vibrantly every single day.